Good morning, everyone. Be'ezrat Hashem Mincha is going to be at 7. Please be on time. The halacha that we're going to discuss today is about a continuation from what we were discussing the last few days about a fan. Chacham Ovadia talks about hearing aid. Chacham Ovadia wrote a tshuva to permit the usage of hearing aid on Shabbat. Not really supposed to turn it on, but if it's on from before Shabbat, you're allowed to use the hearing aid, even though people are talking to it, and it's increasing the volume of that speech, so the person is able to hear. Chacham Ovadia wrote that it is permitted to use it on Shabbat, obviously for someone who needs it. That's by very definition. A hearing aid is for someone that needs it and otherwise won't be able to really hear. Therefore, Chacham Ovadia says the whole entity of the hearing aid is not Muktze on Shabbat, even though it has a mechanism and a battery inside. But since its primary usage is for something that is permitted, we don't call it basis davar asul, that's something that its foundation is asul, and therefore it is not permitted to carry. Rather, one would be able to transfer it from one location to another, certainly to put it in his ear, take it out of his ear. Those would be permitted, is not considered to be muktze. Another very big insight that Ovadia wrote in a similar vein were electric blankets. These blankets that have warmers or heaters inside of it. It's basically some sort of coil system of a heating element that's inside the blanket, and people would wear it. It would get hot, and then you would be able to really be comfortable, especially in cold places. So Chacham Ovadia says these electric blankets, obviously you can't turn it on Shabbat, but if it was on from before Shabbat, would be able to be used on Shabbat. They're not considered muktze, even though there's electricity inside there, there's heat inside there. It's still permitted to use on Shabbat because its primary purpose is something that is permitted, and therefore those blankets are not deemed to be muktze, and they could be moved from one place to another. It could be used to actually cover yourself without a violation of muktze. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.